up guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to Still the Spotlight. Today I have some BTS outfits which I am so excited about. I have been dying to film this ever since I first threw the idea out there, which if you missed it, a couple of months ago I did a music video inspired lookbook where I pretty much just picked a bunch of my favorite MVs from the last year, one of which was Euphoria, and I asked if you'd be interested in seeing a dedicated video to BTS style, and everyone was like, duh, of course we do. Why did I even bother asking? I don't know, but here I am today. I have 7 looks, one for each of the boys, of course, and this time around I've actually taken inspo from their personal style. I thought it would be fun to kind of switch it up. Plus that means it's looks that they genuinely enjoy wearing as opposed to just something a stylist throws them in for a particular shoot or concept. But fun fact, I originally got into BTS simply because I admired their fashion sense, no joke. A lot of you guys asked how I actually became ARMY and when, because I feel like it is very fun to hear everybody's story. So let me know how you first discovered BTS in the comments. For me, it was actually I Am Karen O. I'm sure a lot of you guys are subscribed to her here on YouTube. She used to talk about them a lot back in Wings era. I think it was early 2017 when they were on tour in America. And yeah, I was intrigued. I found them, checked them out. I thought that their style was awesome, always admired from afar sort of thing. And then it wasn't actually until earlier this year that I fell deep down the rabbit hole. I think it was in my recommended, there was a BTS American interview on Crack video. You guys know the ones I'm talking about. For some reason, I felt compelled to click on it and I'm so glad I did. I fell in love. I spent a full week only watching BTS videos and doing nothing else with my life. Moving on to the actual outfits though, like I mentioned, I have 7 looks, one for each of the boys, because I mean, what is a solo stan? I don't comprehend. At this point, I'm pretty much even giving up on having a bias because it is too damn hard. I admire all of you who manage to stay loyal, but for me personally, I was being bias direct every day and I'm over it. I'm over it. But anyway, first up we have Jin. And Jin's style I feel can go from 0 to 100 real quick, but I'm kind of leaning more on the casual, low-key sort of side of things. I feel he does that casual, simple dressing really well, and the one signature that kind of stands out to me is the fact that he loves to wear pink. Keep in mind that to create these outfits, I tried to use things that I already had in my wardrobe. I think there's only 2 things that I ended up purchasing, and this baseball cap was one of them because, I mean, how could I not? It screams his name. It was only $3 or $4 from Kmart as well, so I figured I could spare that, but I pretty much centered the look around this. For the rest of the outfit, again, kept it simple. White t-shirt, a pair of ripped jeans from ASOS, and just a pair of white sneakers. The other accent piece that I decided to go for was a pink denim jacket. I believe I've seen him wear a pink denim jacket in the past. Obviously his was not cropped though. This is more of a feminine touch on it, but this is what I had to work with. And honestly, I feel Jin is the sort of guy who would do a really cheesy matching couples outfit. So this is the girl version of what Jin would be wearing. Next up is the angel himself, J-Hope. I absolutely love his sense of style. It is probably one of my favorites of the bunch, and if nothing else, it is definitely the one that I relate to the most, I would say. If you guys have been on my channel before, you know that I really like to express myself through my clothing and kind of just play around with all different sorts of styles, and I'm not too scared to go bold. So I feel J-Hope is definitely in that same category, so I figured that it would be one of the easier ones for me to recreate. And then I remembered that Homeboy spends a fortune on his outfits.
Challenge No, expensive. High-end.
I have done my best, but honestly, not only are a lot of his pieces expensive, they're also really unique, so it's kind of hard to find a dupe for them. In the end, I decided to base my look off this one particular outfit that pops up frequently when you are searching for hobbies street style. I'm sure you guys have seen it before, and honestly, it's not quite as like flamboyant and playful as I would have liked to represent him, but I think it still works because it has all of his quirky accessories, which of course included his adorable little beanie. They kind of like puff up at the top, and when he wears the brown one especially, it looks like a little acorn. It is just the cutest thing. I wasn't pulling it off so much, but I tried my best. And then I also had to use his other signature staple accessory, the pouch bag. I really do wish I could have done a more playful look for J-Hope, though. It would have been really fun to recreate some of the outfits he wears for like the Go-Go and Mom performances. I love those. I love all of the boys' styling for that. It is definitely very my aesthetic, I think. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to see like a part 2 where I kind of take inspiration from stage outfits or music videos, or it could be really cool to do an outfit that kind of represents each era. Moving on to the man who is just stealing the hearts of locals everywhere at the moment, it is Jimin. And Jimin's style to me is very chic and kind of like a simple, sophisticated sort of vibe. I mean, obviously he walks around looking like a freaking Disney prince on a day-to-day basis, so he doesn't exactly have to try very hard to look amazing. So I think for him, it is all about having like a capsule wardrobe. He does the basics perfectly. So I started out just with a pair of black trousers and a white button-up shirt, and then from there you can kind of add whatever accent piece you want depending on the sort of mood you want the outfit to take. I decided to throw on this sweater vest over the top, and I mean, most of the boys have been styled in something similar to this preppy sort of vibe in the past, but I do think that Jimin carries it over into his personal style sometimes as well. But if you're not digging that, you can always switch it out for a leather jacket instead. This is another one of his staple pieces, and it obviously adds more of an edgy sort of vibe, especially when he teams it with some black sunglasses as well. But for me, the standout in this look has to be the shoes, because this is a big Jimin vibe. They're kind of like a dress shoe, but there's just something a little bit funkier about them because they do have that large buckle and also a bit of a platform, and you know that Jimin is trying to sneak in as much height as he can, so I definitely feel like these are Jiminy approved.
It's been years since I had a change, always a watch out, lighter to the gasoline, oh, couldn't hold me, now I'm living better days, hot chick in a black Corvette, like she drove right out of a magazine, and oh my gosh, I never seen something so bright like the sky, always guiding me, oh my gosh, I never seen something so beautiful and rare. Let me breathe your air, baby.
Okay, I know I said that I've pretty much given up on having a bias, but I will still always have a soft spot for Yoongi, Sugar. I just find him to be the most relatable personality-wise, and I don't know, let me know what you guys think, but I feel like that's the main reason why you pick a bias, is because you feel like you can relate to them the most, right? But anyway, I, however, don't relate to his style that much. It's a lot more plain and a lot darker than what I would personally opt for usually. However, I definitely am a big fan of the black bucket hat, so I had to go with that. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea though, so I feel like you could change it out for a black baseball cap if you feel like that suits you better as well. From there, I just kept it simple with an all black base and tried to spice it up a little bit by throwing on a flannel over the top. Originally, I opted for this one because it obviously stays in that same kind of dark color family, but I don't know, I just couldn't help myself. I have this yellow one that I absolutely adore, so I decided to switch out for this one. He has been spotted in like a split one with a little bit of yellow before, and I know that Jimin has worn a yellow one quite a number of times, so this is just like if Sugar decided to borrow it from Jimin one time. I don't know. Moving on to our other little emo kid, Jungkook, and originally I thought that I'd have to go with his classic look of white shirt, ripped jeans, and a pair of Tims, but your girl doesn't have a pair and she wasn't about to drop that sort of money just for one look, so I decided to take more inspiration from some of his darker sort of looks. I feel like he wants to morph into Yoongi because he is not taking off his black bucket hat either recently, so I decided to style this once again. And the other great thing about JK's style is I feel like it is quite relatable. It definitely has a very millennial sort of vibe to it, and he does wear a lot more affordable brands. One of which that he's been spotted in quite a lot in the past is Stussy, so this is the only other item that I did end up purchasing, and I'm so glad I did because it is ridiculously comfortable and I actually think I'm gonna get a ton of wear out of it. It's pretty much just striped, super oversized, definitely something that I could see him in. When I started planning the outfits a couple of weeks ago, I didn't actually know what to style with it. I was thinking maybe a pair of jeans and then either boots or Converse, but it just didn't quite feel right. And then a couple of days ago, JK turns up in a freaking pair of Fila Disruptors, and I didn't know I could be so excited over someone wearing a pair of shoes, to be completely honest, but for some reason I was just losing my shit over it. I knew that I had to style the fillers, and I just teamed it with a really cozy pair of track pants and of course his signature kind of oversized bag that he always carries with him when he's at the airport. Next is our president, Kim Namjoon, RM. And when it comes to his style, I feel like he has gone through a lot of different phases. Like, I would love to see him sit down on a V-Live and do like a style evolution video. I think that would just be the best thing ever. I have so many that I love from him, but I figured I should try and kind of style around the wave that he's in at the moment, and I don't quite know how to explain it. It's kind of like a modern nomad hippie. I guess like free spirit is the word that kind of comes to mind when I look at his outfits at the moment. So immediately I knew that I wanted to style this pair of cargo pants that I have from ASOS. These are definitely June sort of vibe. I feel like for the most part he wears more kind of like relaxed, loose fitting clothing, so cargo pants are an awesome option. I just tucked in a white t-shirt, and then his other sort of signature at the moment is wearing kind of like layered long line shirts or coats, so that's exactly what I went for. I teamed first a paisley shirt, and then over the top of that I chose this thrifted Calvin Klein denim shirt. And lastly, to finish it off, I feel like he had to have like a long line necklace as well. You could even team up a few more accessories. He often wears beanies and like specs as well, but I just decided to keep it simple this time around. Brings us to lucky number 7. I'm finishing things off with Tay. I absolutely love his style. him along with J-Hope are the two fashions that I relate to the most, but once again his taste is way too expensive for me, in which case can't relate at all. But I think that you can surprisingly recreate his look pretty well on a budget, especially if you opt for printed and patterned shirts. You can get these at the thrift store. I got both of these for under $5, and even the black pants I'm wearing in this look, again, thrifted. And for taste pants, it's important to opt for more of a wide leg sort of silhouette. I feel like that's what he is most regularly seen in, which suits me perfectly because I do not have the legs for skinny pants. And then from there, I feel like you just have to finish it off with some cool accessories. Personally, I feel like Tay in a beret is like god tier, so had to go with that. I love my red one, which again, thrifted and then DIY, so this look is very, very affordable. I guess one of his like most famous airport looks is when he's dancing in the faux fur leopard print coat, so I just decided to throw mine on for fun, but I do actually really like how it mixes the two patterns, and I think that's a styling tip that he's definitely comfortable with as well. Enjoyed. If you did, please remember to give it a big thumbs up for me and let me know in the comments whose style you prefer the most in BTS. I feel like it is such a tough call for me personally, and what kind of is the most similar to mine. It is like tied top spot for J-Hope, Tay, and also Namjoon, but in today's video my favorite outfit actually ended up being Cookies. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, and hopefully you can hit subscribe and stick around so I can see you in my next one. Thanks guys.